In the mid-19th century, as Japan grappled with modernization, Paris was regarded as one of the world's ideal cities. The French capital had just undergone massive reconstruction. In 1886, Tokyo moved to emulate the European model of city planning, with train lines extending radially from the center. A broad angled boulevard was built extending from the front of the Imperial Palace to the National Diet Building. But the plan was halted after only 2 years because of financial difficulties. So a different plan was adopted instead. The layout of Old Edo, as Tokyo had once been called, was retained. Only the railways and roadways were modernized. This plan gave Tokyo a basic shape that persists to this day. By the end of the war, American bombing raids had reduced Tokyo to a charred wasteland. One man saw this as an opportunity to remake Tokyo. Hideaki Ishikawa, then the head of Tokyo Prefecture's City Planning Bureau. Ishikawa believed that creating a new Tokyo that would offer a pleasant living space for the masses demanded modern city planning based on decentralization. Ishikawa saw an opportunity to build an ideal city. He made a film to enlighten people about his vision.
To build a pleasant city, we must begin by restoring the pleasure of walking. This is a wonderful chance to give the city a new shape. If we, the people of Japan, are so foolish as to pass up this golden opportunity, we will surely become the laughingstock of the world. They will regard us as a hopelessly backward race.
The ideal city depicted by Ishikawa was patterned after the English Garden City, surrounded by farmland and protected from unbridled expansion. In the spring after the war's end, Ishikawa's rehabilitation plan for Tokyo was announced. It called first of all for Tokyo's population to be limited to between 3 and 4 million, and for a greenbelt to be established around it. Satellite cities would emerge about 40 kilometers outside Tokyo. These would offer both jobs and housing. It was the first time in Tokyo's history that a policy of decentralizing the city's functions had been proposed. Even so, the population flowed in the wrong direction from the Ishikawa plan's perspective. People poured into Tokyo from refugee camps, the war zone, and Japan's outlying prefectures looking for work. The population of the 23-ward area had been 2.78 million at the end of the war. Within 5 years, it was over 5 million. Land readjustment failed to make headway due to financial problems and the opposition of landowners. Reality defeated Ishikawa's ideal. As the Keihin industrial belt showed signs of steady recovery, a new inflow of people began, job seekers. These young people in their late teens came to Tokyo and Osaka in groups to find work. They were nicknamed Golden Eggs. Just over a decade after the end of the war, Tokyo's population topped 8.5 million. It had swelled into the world's largest city. To save Tokyo from worsening overcrowding, the Capital Region Development Plan was issued in 1958. It was essentially a resurrection of the Ishikawa Recovery Plan on a region-wide scale. It called for small and medium cities around Tokyo to be established as satellite cities. It envisioned spacious green belts to separate the metropolis from the satellite cities. The plan was adopted as a national project, but failed to proceed as anticipated. No more than 10% of the land in Greenbelt areas could be developed. The residents and local governments fiercely opposed this. They set up barricades and launched a protest movement. Opposition to the plan developed within the government as well. Tokyo faced an acute housing shortage, so the Japan Housing Corporation began acquiring Greenbelt land for high-rise apartment blocks. Residential blocks filling the Greenbelt represented a massive defeat for proactive planning. Ultimately, Tokyo never managed to follow a Western-style city plan. It plunged headlong into a kind of extreme and unprecedented concentration.